Good morning. How is everyone doing? New day, new month, fresh start. All right. It's a little bit before 7, but I'm kind of getting the lay of the land, checking the scanners, looking to see what is going on, see if anything's popping up. So GNTA popped up. I'm just looking to see what the news is. I don't really see any news. DXF. I think there's going to be a lot of, I don't know. I feel like things are heating up. Let's see. DXF popping up. Formation of a new subsidiary. Okay. Hard to borrow. Let's see. Low volume though. Really low volume. Well, low relative volume. And let's see. Low float AIIO. We've seen that so many times. GNTA. The shares outstanding is over 23 million, but the float could be under 20 million. I don't know. So just kind of getting the lay of the land, looking to see what the outlook is for today. I don't do anything crazy. I just ask Google, how is the stock market doing? Let's see. Slightly higher in trading following a record-setting close at the end of May. Major indices reflect this modest upward movement. Okay. Investors are currently digesting a mix of fresh chip earnings, sticky inflation data, and optimism regarding geopolitical developments. Okay. That's not bad. Not bad. Could be worse. Just checking to see if there's any major like economic news coming out. Yeah, just kind of checking things. Let's see, DXF, it's under $1 and it has low relative volume, but the float's low because it only has 3 million shares outstanding. Oh, wait, I have the 5-minute chart on. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. All right, the GNTA has higher relative volume, but I don't see concrete news. I hope you all had a good weekend. I had a really nice weekend. Let's see. This is interesting. What happened here? 1027. Okay. So last week's goal was to really look at price action and trend lines, and this is definitely trending down. You know, it popped up, but now it's definitely trending down. AIIO, this looks like it's actually trending up. Let's see, 385. Look at the daily chart. Oh, I must have traded it before. All right, so let me look at the scanners. Yes, so AIIO is trending up. It has news. It completed an acquisition. Let's see. Robo AI shares were up 36% in Monday's pre-market activity after the company said it has completed the acquisition of Neurovia AI, which is a visual data processing and compression technology company. Plans to advance the commercialization of its platform through data infrastructure licensing, enterprise-level SaaS, and smart city solutions. That seems like pretty good news. That seems like a pretty good catalyst. So what I've been working on is really just looking for breakouts over levels of resistance. So I'm looking for an upward trend, which this is clearly an upward trend. And I'm looking for breaks over a level of resistance. Like this would have been a good move here to here. And I posted on Substack this morning my plan for the week in terms of what I'm looking for. But this week is a weird week for trading because I am traveling. So I am not going to be live streaming tomorrow. I'm flying right in the middle of my trading window. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, my plan is to trade and hopefully live stream each day while I'm in Vegas. So that is hopefully my plan. So yep, just kind of looking at what's, so DXF, I don't usually trade stocks under $1 unless I see really strong price action, and this pretty much made a round trip. They have good news. Oops. And they are hard to borrow. They have low float, but like low relative volume. It's really slow moving too. So I'm gonna take that off my list. GNTA, again, this is basically a downward trend. I feel like I missed the move on this because it happened before 7. I mean, we had a little pop up here, but this move pretty much happened in the pre-market. Good morning, Spidey. All right, so let's see. I'm just kind of looking to see what's popping up here. I will definitely be taking less trades because my strategy is has evolved, which is good, right? As we trade, our strategy should evolve as we figure things out. So I am trading breakouts over levels of resistance. Yeah, right now I'm trading, but you can always email me, Spidey, at trade.with.raven at gmail.com, and then we could connect that way. You could definitely email that to me for sure, Hey, HG. Good morning. So ANY popped up, just kind of looking to see what's going on. GNTA, looks like it's trending down. I'll definitely be trading, I think I'll be trading less today because of the fact that I'm working with a smaller set of setups. Wow, a lot of things are popping up though already. Let's see, OCG. OCG. Ooh, yikes. Okay. I'm going to take that off my list. That looks a little bit too crazy. All right. So AIIO, it is popping up, but I'm mostly working on a break over a level of resistance. So this was the resistance on the last move, and it didn't quite pop up over this level. So I feel like it's starting to trend sideways. But I will keep an eye on it for sure. Of course, it looks like most of the move happened between 4 and 7 a.m. This right here, I think would have been this is one, like I would have looked for something like this. This is the kind of stuff I'm looking for, where you see it kind of tap a level multiple times, and then I'm looking for the breakout over that level. This is the kind of thing I'm looking for today. It's one of my favorite well, it's really hard while I'm live streaming. So if you want to let me know something, definitely email me. Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult while I'm live streaming. Or you can just share it with the group, because I'm sure if it's interesting to me, everyone would definitely want to hear about it. You know, I'm big on, you know, I'm learning and I want everybody else to learn too. So please feel free to share it on the chat so that we can all benefit. Okay. So here it did kind of break out, but broke over high of day, but the moves aren't really sort of grinding higher. So for me, I must have traded it over here. Oh, I had a red trade on it here. Yeah, this is really, okay, so yeah, I guess it is kind of trending sideways at this point. That's definitely yeah, this is definitely kind of trending sideways. So I'm looking more for moves where it breaks over a level of resist like this. But now it feels like it's a lot less clear. It is grinding higher. I don't have indicators on my charts right now. But I bet this is like a 9 EMA grinder. What price would you buy SPCE for a breakout? Let me check it. Let me check it out. Let's see. SPCE. Oh, wait, is that the SpaceX IPO? Or is that a, oh no, this is Virgin Galactic. Okay. Well, I would on this, okay, and again, I'm new to, I would do a high of day breakout on this. So I missed this leg up, right? And so I would say that I would look for it to break out over high of day. That's what I would say. You know? And again, you know, I'm new, but I've had good success with high of day breakouts, but this is sort of trending sideways now. So I used to trade the pullbacks, but I really didn't have very good luck with them at all. Next to the search box, click on the Learn tab. go to dilutiontracker.com. Okay, I'll write that down, and when I have like some space to, when I have some downtime, I'll check that out. Dilutiontracker.com. Okay. And learn tab. Okay, I'm just gonna write that down real quick so that I can keep watching this. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, honestly. Hold on, let me grab my, it's getting warm in here. Let me put my air conditioner on. It's not even that warm in Boston, but yeah, that's what I would be looking for here. I used to trade the bull flag pullback, Stargazer, and I looked at my metrics over the last couple of months, and my metrics were terrible on the pullbacks. So I've eliminated, for now, buying off of a pullback to my game. So I wait for it to break high of day or another level of resistance. So here on the, if we look at the 5-minute, it's clearly a pullback. But, I think, yeah, I feel like you have to go with what the data is telling you, Did Blue Origin's rocket explode? Oh, that's terrible. I hope nobody was in it. That's awful. I still think the IPO, the SpaceX IPO is going to be big, but oh, that's terrible. Having my keyboard stuck. All right. Speaking of space stuff, I live in Boston, and we had a meteor. We had a meteor create a sonic boom on Saturday. My daughter called me and she was like, Mom, there was a crash. It sounded like someone dropped a dumpster off of a 4-story building. But I was in a grocery store that had like really thick walls. I didn't hear anything. We had a meteor crash through the atmosphere off the coast of Massachusetts, and people were going nuts. Yeah, I know, Stargazer. I know that. You mean if I go for like a 10-second chart? I know, but I just didn't do well with it, Like, I technically understand the strategy, but the actual execution, my numbers just didn't support it. I was losing money. Whereas on breakouts over levels of resistance, I was doing well. So, yeah, I just decided that, I've been doing bull flag pullbacks for a year now. And I just was like, I'm not doing well on them. I mean, I should be, but I'm not. So I just decided to go with my data was telling me I'm doing better on breakouts over resistance. Okay, good. Good to hear no humans were hurt in the explosion. That's good. Yeah. Well, I'm telling you now, I think everyone around here is very interested in space because this meteor broke through the atmosphere, apparently off the coast of Massachusetts. The boom was heard. I guess people in Maine heard it. People in Rhode Island heard it. And I was in a grocery store. I was in an Aldi with very thick walls. Didn't hear a thing. All right. So SPCE, this is where I would, if I if I place, and now I know support and resistance are extremely subjective, but if I place support here, if it breaks this level, I'm like, it's probably not going to come back up, you know? All right, Spidey, see you later. See, Recycle with Chad wants to know too. So Recycle with Chad, he said to check out dilutiontracker.com. So I'm going to be checking that out, but I just can't do it right now because I'm, but when you guys suggest things, I write them down. See, it's on my notebook. Okay. I write it down. And when I have a chance, I go and take a look at what you guys suggested and see if it's something that could work for me. So here, I know this is maybe an arbitrary level of support, but I saw this temporary this bit of a pullback here. So now I'm kind of feeling like this could be the backside of the move. And so, okay, right here, Stargazer, I got burned a lot of times on these, okay? Breakouts like this. I got burned so many times. I tried trading on the 10-second chart. Didn't really go well. It was very eye-opening. I'm glad I tried it, but it just didn't. It was too quick for me, too fast. Okay, AIIO. This kind of, there was a level here of resistance. It broke through, but that was before 7 a.m. And then I was kind of looking for another opportunity. Sorry, putting my air conditioner up. Trying to find the right temperature. I was hoping there might be another opportunity, but it just didn't really pop up enough. So, yeah. Let's see what else is going on today. ANY was popping up, but that came back down. I generally trade on the front side. This is a nice move up. I don't know. This looks like it could be interesting because even though it made a long move back, I don't know. It's kind of consolidating sideways. Sometimes I feel like these break out again and curl back up. I don't know. GNTA. Just moving sideways now. SPCE. Yep. This is for me, the backside of the move. So like if I had caught this leg up, I might just jump in somewhere and jump out just to grab a piece of the action, but I would probably look for something like a break over this level. That's interesting. See, it's like tapping here and popping back up. I don't know. We'll see what happens. HUBC. I know a lot of people were trading that last week. I don't think I traded that one. Wow, look at the relative volume. 30 times the 50-day average. Low float. Already tons of volume, but it's a penny stock. I don't generally trade penny stocks, but if it has good price action, I will. SOAR, same thing. So I have, that's a good question. How do I set my screener for the front side? So I generally, it's hard to catch the front side. I used to use Warrior Trading scanners, and they had an awesome scanner called Running Up, which would absolutely catch things early. Recycled Chat is like penny stocks. And honestly, because I'm not consistently profitable yet, that cost got to be prohibitive. So I am now using Zendu Live Scanner, and they have a section on there that's on YouTube. One of my viewers suggested it, which was awesome. they have, like right now they have something called pre-market high momentum, and they put stuff up there, alerts on for stocks running up. I use scanners on Thinkorswim as well, but sometimes there's definitely a delay, for sure. And, you know, there's a good chance that once I'm consistently profitable, I will consider paying for a scanner again. But I think I need to. Oh, hey, James. Good morning. No trades yet. I'm still looking. Just kind of, you know, seeing what's out there. A lot of stuff is popping up, but I haven't really seen anything that kind of fits what I'm looking for. And again, because I've switched my strategy, or not, I'm doing part of what I was doing before. I just eliminated the pullback setups. That means I might be trading less, but that's okay. I would rather trade less and be profitable. Those red days were a bummer. Well, a little bit of both, right? So, for those of you who've been watching me for a couple of weeks, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I pulled all the indicators off my chart so I could really focus on tape reading and the level 2, which I understood how to use it, but because I was getting distracted by the indicators. So I do definitely watch the tape. I definitely watch the level 2. You know, I'll check for classic things like big sellers on the ask. And, but I also like to see kind of the depth of the book and see how many orders are on there. And I put the volume bars back on. I really missed the volume bars, so I put them back on. And volume is a big part of what I'm looking for. I have a column here for relative volume, and this tells me how many times the 50-day average the volume is. And then I use my volume bars for confirmation. But I do look at the tape to see how quickly the tape is moving. If, you know, if I'm trying to get in and I see all of a sudden a wash of green come over the tape, that's a good sign, right? Lots of buying. Yeah, volume is a big thing for me. I make sure that there's total volume, you know, at least 500,000 in total volume. I like to make sure that I get some confirmation on the volume bars. And also I look for relative volume. And the relative volume isn't like an absolute, but I'm starting to get more flexible and adaptable. I used to be a lot more rigid about my rules and I missed out on a lot of good trades. So I've learned to be a little bit more adaptable, a little bit more flexible. And so I don't say, oh, it has to be this level of relative volume anymore. But I want to, if I see low relative volume, that doesn't seem good. And so yeah, I look at total volume, relative volume, the volume bars. I feel like that's a huge thing for me. But I do watch the tape, watch the level 2. I've been doing that for a long time, but I felt like I wasn't really using it as much as I should because I was watching all the indicators. So I'm probably going to add indicators back onto my chart, but I'm sort of giving myself a chance to really understand trend lines, levels of support, levels of resistance, the tape, the level 2, the basics. I want to really, really, really dial in on the fundamentals. If I put something back on, I'm thinking VWAP, maybe because that's such a well-respected indicator. But I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with indicators and what I'm looking for on the chart. So now UBC, you know, it's feel like it's kind of, you know, moving sideways here. I would look for a breakout probably over this level or high of day if I were going to get in on that. Okay, so let's go down the list and see what's going on with the stocks on my list. AIIO, I didn't see a good opportunity. Okay, it popped down to this level. I placed a level of support here. It popped down here, then it broke through here, and this looks like it's trending down to me. So I'm just gonna take this off the list for now. And I also, like I said, I use Thinkorswim's scanners. Fib very accurate on the daily and weekly swing trades. So I don't swing trade currently. I would like to swing trade in the future, but I don't swing trade currently. I don't want to tie up my capital, and I honestly, I get a little anxious leaving the money out there for so long. I mean, of course I invest for the long term, but that's a completely different thing. And I feel like swing trading relies so much more on fundamental analysis, which I'm very comfortable with, but it's just a much larger time investment for each trade in terms of, I feel like with swing trading, you have to be good at fundamental analysis, but you also have to be good at technical analysis. I don't know if that's true. You swing traders can tell me if that's true, but I feel like it's that middle range where you have to be good at both. And I understand fundamental analysis, but I'm still learning technical analysis. So once I feel like I have a grip on day trading in that short-term time frame, and I feel like I've really dialed in my technical analysis, I may start doing more swing trading. But yeah, of course, daily and weekly charts for swing trading for sure. Let's see what else. Oh, and for scanners, I also use Thinkorswim has some created watch lists. Like they have one called pre-market movers. It's here under lovers and losers. Pre-market movers. So I often check this. I usually have it down here behind my head. And I keep a look on that. So between that and Zendu scanner, and then during regular market hours, I use their percent change gainers. But often you see stocks on, and I also have scanners that I did myself. So I have a small cap scanner here that I created on Thinkorswim using some ThinkScript for a couple of the options. So here I have the price under $10, which I will trade stocks over 10, but and then, you know, shares outstanding under 50 million. I want to see at least 500,000 in volume, and then I want it to gap up 10% over the previous day's close and average volume more than 5 times the 50-day average. So I use that, and then I kind of cross-reference that with whatever else I'm looking at. So LIQT. And like I said, once I'm consistently profitable, I will look into more advanced scanners. But this is the thing, you have to budget carefully. And so there's warrior trading scanners are awesome. I love them. It's just that I'm not consistently profitable. So LIQT, okay, that's not something I would be interested in. SPCE, not anytime soon. ANY, this has news. Okay, I'm just going to see if these are hard to borrow or easy to borrow. I like to check that. It won't stop me from trading if a stock is easy to borrow, but I want to know if there's downward pressure on the price. Okay, ANY. Now, ANY, it had a high of day here, popped up again to that level. I'm looking for it to maybe break that level again. Let's see. Okay, there's a window. There's lots of windows on the daily chart. So, this is something that might interest me. It still has kind of low relative volume, but the outstanding shares are only 4.2 million. This is the kind of thing that I'm interested in. However, these are like really tall topping tails. So, I don't know. It popped up and fell right back down. So, I don't know. But, all right, so GNTA, it wasn't a downward trend. It's kind of trending sideways. I'm going to take that off my list. SOAR, that looks really choppy. Kind of higher float than I would normally trade. Well, I don't know what the float is. I just know what the shares outstanding are. But again, that's another thing that I think Zendu Scanner, you can see the float. Yep. Okay. So 37 million. No, that's kind of interesting. So on here, on Zendu Scanner, it says 37 million for shares outstanding. But here on Thinkorswim, it says that, I mean, for float, it says 37 million. Here it says that the shares outstanding are 30 million. So I don't know if they're using the shares outstanding for the float. There is a difference technically, but obviously shares outstanding is a really good guideline for that, right? Good enough, I feel like, honestly. I'm less rigid about things than I used to be. Okay, so let's take a look here. SOAR. I love it when they have clever ticker names. Is it just me? I love clever ticker names. Okay. HUBC, ANY. Okay, so ANY is just, dropping down again. SPCE. So far, I really don't see anything that's interesting to me yet, but I'm kind of looking through the watch list. AKTI, NAMM. So this is the other thing that's sort of embarrassing to admit, but I have had not great luck on Mondays, and it kind of gets in my head. So I tend to be more conservative now on Mondays because it kind of got in my head a little bit. All right. So I'm going to wait for something really, really obvious. And just to let you guys know, I am not trading tomorrow. I will be on a flight to Vegas, but I have a video scheduled at 7 a.m. for you. So you have something. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I will be trading from Vegas, and I will be trying to live stream. I live streamed from Prague last month, and that went really well. However, in Vegas, it's like 4. I had to get up at like 3:30 a.m., which honestly isn't that big of a deal. I'm 55. Like I get up at like 4 or 5 anyway. Not a big deal, but we're going to a show Thursday night. So I'm like, Friday might be touch or go as far as me getting up early, but I'm going to try to get up and live stream every day that I'm there. Let's see. And what I did after my last trip was I started using my trading station at home because I felt like I was really thrown off by the difference between my home station and my trading station. And I really have kind of digital nomad aspirations. So I decided to trade with my travel station at home and force myself to simplify. And that has been great because now I don't really have to make any changes to my setup for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I do travel a lot, but I might not be traveling that much until October. I might take a break. I'm kind of a little traveled out. But I do have digital nomad aspirations for retirement. So I'm trying to have a trading style that is sustainable on a laptop with one external monitor. So I'll take some video when I'm packing up so you guys can kind of see how things change since the last video. It's not really a huge change. I did simplify. I got shorter cords. My cords were so long, it was like everywhere. So I got shorter cords so that it's less messy. I don't have to deal with having an adapter. In Prague, I had to buy a second adapter. I had one for my trading setup, and then I had an adapter for my phone next to the bed. I was traveling with a friend of mine. So she was very understanding about the trading. This time I'm traveling with my boyfriend. So the price of love, I guess, he has to deal with my trading. Okay. So, but yeah, I won't need to deal with the adapters on this trip. So, there won't be a learning curve or an adjustment period for me to get used to trading on a travel station. I'm just gonna jump right in and get to work on Wednesday. So I'm really excited about that, honestly. But thinking about my trip in October to Thailand, we also have a stop in Seoul, Korea. Since that's like 13 hours ahead, I am thinking about other strategies for trading in other time frames. I mean, I do trade during the aftermarket sometimes, but I tried trading on Webull from 4 to 7 a.m. Just couldn't get the hang of the layout. I guess I like Thinkorswim. So I don't know. Looking to maybe get into something that trades 24 hours a day like Forex. I don't know. So that I have more options because, you know, for sightseeing and stuff. That was a little bit difficult on the Prague trip where I had a very rigid window. And again, my friend was gracious about it, and I was able to work out all the things we did around my trading schedule. But, kind of curious to mix it up, find some other ways to trade other times of the day. Like I said, I like to trade after hours, and I do hop on other times of the day. All right. Not much popping up. Let's see. GNTA. Okay. Looks like SOAR might be climbing back up. Okay. ANY. Popped up here, but again, these are real long topping tails, which makes sense. This one makes sense because this is the beginning of a reversal. This one doesn't make sense to me. It's like a false breakout. And this is the kind of stuff I was trading. Like I would trade the pullback, and here I would have gotten stopped out on this one. That's something I would have got caught in before. Now, if I ignore this candle here, it is in a downward trend. Let's see what else is popping up. There are other there's a scanner that you can put on your watch list on Thinkorswim called Gap Up. And you can customize some of these too. Raja banks. What are Raja banks? Raja banks. Oh, the YouTuber. No. All right, let me write that down. I do check out a lot of the YouTubers that you guys mentioned. I check them out like after I'm done trading or on the weekends. Oh, I'm definitely interested in scalping gold futures. That's something I would be interested in eventually. No, thank you for mentioning that. I wrote that down, Raja Banks. I do. Someone recommended the Geek Trader to me. I watched his videos like all weekend. I love the way he thinks about trading. That was super. Whoever mentioned him, thank you. I watched him all weekend. And since I'm really working on looking for breaks over levels of resistance, he had a few really great videos on that. Okay, so he does Forex, and all right, I'm going to check that out. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's so hard. There's only so many hours in a day. And I do other stuff besides trading. So, like I know a lot of you do too, so it's hard to find the time sometimes. So I feel like SPCE kind of, this is way more than just a pullback, right? But, oh, this is interesting. On the 5-minute chart, sometimes it's just easier to see things on the 5-minute chart. So on the 5-minute chart, so I generally go to the 5-minute chart to take a look if I want to see the trend. And look at this level here. Yeah. Interesting. Ooh, I like that. Okay, thank you. I like simple, 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 simple. I'm just a minimalist at heart, and I don't like complicating things. I'm just, I just try to maybe I'm direct to a fault. Not mean or rude. I'm never rude. I'm almost never rude to people unless they're rude to me first. But even then, I try to keep my cool. I feel like that's really important. You should keep composure, keep your cool whenever, at all times. However, I'm a very direct person and simple person, and I like simple strategies. And I do believe that I'll be a more successful trader if I trade in a style that's congruent with my personality, because I've discovered, and again, I'm not a genius. I'm 55 though. And over the course of my lifetime, the things I've been most successful at in life, sorry, I'm cleaning my pen. There's like goo on my pen. The things I'm most successful at, see, I'm compulsively cleaning. The things I'm most successful at in life, I tend to stick to my personality, right? And go with what works for me. I have heard so many people have recommended prop firms. Is that what you're doing, Emmanuel? Are you doing a prop firm? That's what a lot of people have suggested. I have some viewers that I know are definitely doing prop firms as well as trading on their own. I've heard it's a great way to learn. So when I do travel, I get a lot of time to read and surf the internet. So that's probably one of the things I'll be reading up on. you know, Usually like when I'm on a flight, I'm either reading about trading or, watching trading videos or, yeah, I've heard it's a great way to learn. All right, let's see, guys. I don't know. There's really not much popping up right now. This is the waiting game, right? I'm just going to see what's gapped up. IBM heading for high of day. That's, of course, much larger than I would trade. NLW, ASAN. Slow moving. I'm trying to look for things that are REPL. Oh, that doesn't look great. RPD. Yeah, not much yet. Let's see. Pre-market movers. Let's go down the list. Let's see if there's anything that is kind of, GNT, wait, SOAR hit high of day and went through high of day. Oh, I missed it. This would have been a trade I would be interested in, but I missed it. GNTA, HBC. I feel like this might be going for high of day. Oh, thanks, Stargazer. Yeah, I've done that. I've traded like TSLL instead of Tesla. IBX. So I don't know. This could. I missed the move on SOAR. And I'm curious if it's going to test this level of support and drive higher. HUBC. I think this could go for a breakout. So this is exactly, I missed it. But this is the kind of move I would be looking for. Something that breaks out over a level like that. So I do watch the level 2. I do watch the tape. 332. I like to watch and see MSFU instead of Microsoft. Oh, okay. Yep. There's so many of them now, right? It's awesome because then you can trade something else when the large caps are moving. Thank you for posting that. Ooh. You did? Okay. Oh, I see, for this breakout. Nice. Oh, I'm pulling for you, Stargazer. It looks like this could break high of day 2. And this has more higher relative volume, but SPCE has a much higher float. I'm going to see, I think this is going for a high of day breakout. So I'm going to put this back on the 1 minute because I trade on the 1 minute. I'm looking at the volume bars. This candle's almost done. This is where I have to be patient. $350. Buying at $350. The tape's not moving. That's weird. The level 2's moving, but the tape isn't moving. Oh, that's because it's down here. Duh. Okay. Wow. Good thing I moved that. There we go. I missed it. All right, I'm in at 392. Okay. I got 20 cents a share. I'm going to keep watching to see if it keeps like driving higher. I might get in for like a re-entry, but the volume candles aren't as high as this one, so I'm not sure. I got to look at the chat. How did you do on SPCE? Let's see. How are you doing on SPCE, Emmanuel? Oh, okay. All right. Well, you're still above 750. Did you take profit on that, or are you riding it out? All right. So now this level of resistance is a level of support. So, okay. So I've got one trade, guys. One trade. I'm going to call this a flat top breakout on ANY. All right, I'm going to actually move this to my trades viz. And let's see, where is it? So I used to use TraderView, which was great, but again, I'm not consistently profitable. So I was really I'm like, I can't keep paying for this. So I've switched to TradesViz because it's a lot cheaper. And so of course I had to get used to it, but I'm going to import my one little trade. All right, and that way I can tag it. Sometimes I wait until I'm done trading to tag. See, now this could have been a break of high. It did break high of day technically, but the volume here, this is why I put my volume bars back on, because see, the volume's decreasing. So, you know, here I got in because the volume was increasing. Did I click upload? Oh. So I did. I got out of any at 412. So I got in. So I got. Let me. I'll tell you guys. Let's see. All right. So let's look at today. All right, so this is what I've got so far for today. One little trade, but I'm green. Yay! And I'm going to tag it. Still getting used to the app. So what I do is I go in here and I tag the trades. So I'm going to put this as flat top breakout. Okay. And then if I have notes, I put them in here so that when I do my recap later, I know what I did. Because if I trade a lot, then I won't know what I won't remember what I did. So, yep. So I did, I got into ANY a little high because it didn't catch my order because it popped up so quickly. And then I was thinking, oh no, did I get in too high? But I felt like there had been a lot of buildup behind this breakout. So I was like, at the very least, I was hoping to get maybe like 5 cents a share. So now this is the new high of day. Let's see what else is popping up. CRE. I'm not trying to, make $1 million today. If I get a few green trades like that, I would be absolutely thrilled because I had a rough couple of months, guys. Emmanuel, how did SPCE work out for you? Are you still in it? Because you said 750, right? CRE. So ANY, I'm going to continue watching and see if I can get another break of high of day. Again, I realize that like here, see, normally I would have looked for a breakout of a pullback, but I would get caught in something like this, or I just didn't seem to be able to ever catch it right. It's like I could see it, but I just didn't seem to be able to catch it right. Kids, I've traded this before. But the high of this to me is like easier to see. And again, I'm a simple person. I got to keep things really, really simple, guys. So I realized that I got in a little high. I got in here, which was high. So then I didn't want to overstay. And when I saw 20 cents a share, I was like, I got to get out. At 337 for any down here, 337, this would be a better entry. I might have, let's see, I wouldn't have taken a trade here. I wouldn't, at 337 down here. I don't think I would have taken a trade there because I wouldn't have seen a setup for me. See, this is what's so interesting about trading is that everyone sees different things, right? And of course, I'm a new trader, right? I'm still learning. I'm not consistently profitable. So I'm just looking for stuff. Oh, okay. Okay. Yep. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Like everyone's got different strategies. We're all looking at the same chart and we're all doing something completely different, which is so interesting to me. Like it was so embarrassing and hard to admit that I couldn't make the bull flag pullback work. I have been trading that. That was my very first setup because I'm a Ross Cameron warrior wannabe and I follow him religiously and I wanted that to be my setup. Just couldn't make it work. Couldn't make it work. So, got to go with what works. And he says in his videos, you got to collect the data, you have to track your trades. And when I looked back at the data, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like losing money on this big time. So got to go with what works for you, I guess, right? And so SOAR, it did break this level, but I was, so I feel like, of course, lines of support and resistance are also so subjective. Different people see different things. So 337, that would have been here. And yeah, I guess this is a level of resistance. I mean, again, where you draw resistance is definitely subjective. SPCE broke high of day and I missed it. Let's see if it retests. Yep. That's great. So let's see. KIDZ, I don't think that's really doing much for us. SOAR, I'm going to take that off my list for now. CRE, I'm going to take it off my list. So ANY and SPCE seem to be the ones that are kind of driving things. Although SPCE seems to have much higher relative volume than ANY. Sometimes I like to look at the 5-minute just to kind of filter out some of the noise, Yeah, I liked the running up scanner on Warrior Trading Scanners. That was really awesome because it just pretty much showed you what was squeezing at any moment. And that was really helpful. But I have created in the past custom scanners. Like I have a small cap scanner on Thinkorswim, and you can use ThinkScript to create scanners on Thinkorswim. So I'm going to play with that a little bit more now that I'm not using Warrior Trading Scanners, but they're pre-market movers. It often shows me a lot of the same stuff. And that's the thing, like, I would often see a lot of the same stuff on Thinkorswim. All right, so now ANY is bouncing off. This was the level of resistance I was trading to break out of, and now it bounced off of that level for support. This is something that this is something that I worked on all last week, and it made me realize that I had been watching the indicators more than I was watching the chart or the level 2 or the tape. And now I'm seeing the price action and the market structure more clearly. And that has been very helpful. It's not that I won't put the scanners back on, but I just, I'm finding it really, really helpful to look at what's happening on the chart. The thing for me about SPCE is that the float is so high. That won't stop me from trading it. It's just that I generally go for stocks with a lower float, generally. See, now ANY is bouncing off that level of resistance that I was trying to trade off of. Now, if I had been able to catch it, I could have gotten more, but I mean, I'm not sure it's a waste of money. It's like if you're at a level where you're trading at that high level, like I'm not consistently profitable yet, you know? I was having a lot of beginner's luck. And I was like, oh, I'll get the scanners. That's great, you know? Not realizing I was going to hit a rough patch. You know, everyone is a day trader in a hot market. Learned that the hard way. So, but for me, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm not consistently profitable. I need to pull in my expenses on this and just dial in on the fundamentals. Like, I figure my time is better and money is better spent working on the fundamentals. You know, losses are already a cost of doing business, right? So I'm like, now if this breaks this level of support and starts heading down, then I probably won't be trading it anymore, right? Because I mean, now it seems like so obvious to me. But we'll see if it breaks this level of support or if it bounces back up and goes for another high of day. Because on the daily chart, this is where I'm trading. This is the levels of support and resistance. There's a window up to 538. I just don't know if there's enough volume to sustain it. SPCE is back at ANY. TGHL, let's take a look. Let's see what we see. All right, so it has 25 million shares outstanding. It's hard to borrow. Its relative volume is 2.9 times the 50-day average. Let's see, do they have news? TGHL. I don't really see news, but again, that won't stop me necessarily. Has over 500,000 in total volume. It's popped up. Let's look at the daily chart. Okay, on the daily chart, there's a window. Look, the high is 425, but I don't see news. Like, I don't see specific news. So I'm wondering, why is it popping up? And, you know, I feel like these technology stocks, they tend to pop up and then, what's this? It's an investment holding company that provides product traceability, data and analytics, and product trading facilitation solutions. Well, that's a mouthful. FLNC. Let's take a look. FLNC. I like to see what you guys are watching. That's a little, that's moving up. That looks great, but that's a little pricey for me. I don't like to trade stuff over 20 because I've been burned. So I don't see news either. Like if this had news, I might consider something like this, but the float's high. The relative volume is under 5 times the 50-day average. It's easy to borrow, so there's going to be downward pressure on this. This must be, is this a short squeeze? Ooh, wow. 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 The float is under 20, wait, under 20,000. Under 20,000. FLNC. It says here that there's 132 million shares outstanding. Low volume. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I have traded stocks over 20, but it's just riskier. When they go south, it's like I lose big. And I don't know. Maybe when I'm more experienced, you know. But that's not the only thing that would give me pause here. Okay. It's any one of these things. Yeah, I do like stocks under 20 for sure. But I would consider it if I saw, wow, look at that, guys. That's awesome. I would consider it if, oh my God, look at that. Green on the tape, 22, 72, 73, 78, 80, 88. Holy smokes. 23. I saw an order for 23 pop up on the 23 on the ask. 23. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm too scared. I don't want to get caught in a flush down, but this is driving up, huh? Because it's easy to borrow. The fact that this is easy to borrow and over $20 that would give me concern, because that means that there are going to be short sellers jumping in at some point, and I'm not experienced enough to know when that's going to happen. You know? So, yeah, I'm willing to take that risk on a stock that's like $5, but not on something where I have to put 23. Wave 3. Wave 3. Is that this? Wave 3? What's wave 3? I love how you guys have these terms. I learned so much from you. That's something I'm unfamiliar with. So yeah, the easy to borrow, again, it won't prevent me from trading a stock, but it's just too high of a price for me. It's easy to borrow. I'm worried it's going to flush down with short sellers jumping in. The float's high, low relative volume. I mean, and I don't see news. It's like too many things are telling me don't do it. But, you know, I'm sure there are those of you out there who made decent money on this just now. And it might pull back and jump back up. I just want to check ANY. All right, interesting. So this level of resistance did become support, right? But now it's kind of popping sideways. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I think it might break through high of day again. SPCE, sort of trending sideways. TGHL, I don't know. This could pop up. I'm curious. I mean, this is the kind of stock that people can make a lot of money on pre-market because there are no... Hold on, I pulled my microphone out accidentally. Oops. Oh, is it going to break over this level? Oh, it's popping up. High of day. What does it look like on the daily chart? Okay. Oh, okay. So we've got a window over here back up to 27. So this could keep going. This could keep going. But easy to borrow. That makes me nervous. Good morning, Lee. Good morning. OPTU. Let's check that out. OPTU. Let's see. Ooh, okay. All right. Let's see what's going on here. They're going to buy back shares. Hard to borrow. There's news. That's good. High float for me. High float for me, but that's not necessarily a deal breaker. The relative volume is 1.8 times its 50-day average. I'm just going to look at the daily chart. Okay. I like that it's over $1 now. It's pulling back. I could see myself getting in for a break of high of day on something like this. A and Y is just bouncing off a support. This is higher float, but look at the activity on the level 2. There's a lot of activity. And the volume, it's decreasing as it's pulling back. If I were going to trade this, I would look for a break of high of day with volume. Whoa. Well, that was a flash down in price. I didn't see what happened on the level 2, but I'm wondering, there must have been a big order that went through. 35, 35, 34, 34, 33. Let's see. FLNC pulling back. SPCE, ANY just crawling along support. TGHL, I feel like this could break out too, but oh, it popped up. Popped up when I wasn't looking. It's like 3 seconds left on this candle. 1 second left. Okay, now we're in a new candle. 53, 152, 151. I just scalped a little trade on that. So I don't know. I didn't trust it. So I got, it's still driving up, but I don't know why I didn't trust it. A little scalpy scalp. I didn't trust it because of these topping tails, and then it was hesitating, and then I don't know, I didn't feel like it was, but made me too nervous. But okay, yay, green trade. Okay, so I'm going to call that a high of day breakout on OPTU. Let's see, HMM and MASK. I don't even have to look at my scanners. You guys are HMM. Is that like, let's see, MASK? Is that an acronym for something? Remember, I'm 55. If you're going to use cool acronyms, you have to explain them. I torture my kids by saying, by trying to use cool language. I'm like, lock in, guys, lock in. They're like, Mom, you're so cringy. All right. So MASK. Well, if it does, I think $5 is a more, I wouldn't, if it breaks over $4.95, I wouldn't get in. I would wait for the break over 5 because I feel like the break over the whole dollar is a more powerful level of resistance. But that's just me. I'm new. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, it means you're thinking. Okay. Now I'm going to use that on my kids when they ask me, Mom, can I borrow the car? Yeah, you have to explain it to me. I'm old. All right. So one of my setups that I like is the break over the whole or half dollar. And in this case, where the high is so close to the whole dollar, I would probably wait for it to break over 5. You know? Have you guys ever watched the show New Girl? There's a whole thing where the character Nick is like, is calling a girl shorty still a thing? That's like one of the funniest lines. All right, so yeah, we got to lock in, guys. All right, so I have another green trade. Yay! I'm trading less, but I'm trading setups that make sense to me, and I'm doing better on them. So I'm going to export that to my trader view. I mean, TradesViz. I'm using TradesViz now. I'm going to export this or export it from Thinkorswim and import it into TradesViz and upload, because what I like to do is I don't always tag them right away. That's why I put everything in my notebook. But if I have time, then I like to go to here and, oh, it entered this again. Okay, so let me delete this. How do I delete that? Because it copied that for some reason. All right, I'll deal with that after. It should not have put this in again. Wait a minute. No, I'm not open. That's so weird. It says I'm open on ANY. I panicked for a second thinking I was open, but I'm not. All right, I'll deal with this weirdo thing in a little bit. All right, so what I do is I go into my trade and I tag it. So that one was a high of day breakout. Okay. That way, and if I have notes, I put the notes in there. That way I can, when I do my recap later, I have the notes. But also it kind of, if I want to go back, say next week, and look back at my trades, then I have an idea of like, oh, this is what I'm doing. Yeah, it's weird that it like put that trade in, and now I have to figure out how to delete it because I'm new to this. I'm new to TradesViz. So that is like really strange. figure out how to delete these. Must be. There's got to be a way to just. Oh, now I remember. Okay, I remember how to do it. Okay. So now you can see I'm $24 up. That's so exciting. I'm green. I'm so excited. TGHL is running. Ooh, look at that. It popped up. I missed it, but maybe that's okay because it looks like it's pulling back down. SPCE. Yeah. Look at that. I think so. I've had good luck on whole and $half breakouts. Like that is definitely a setup. So my main setups that when I looked back at my data, the ones that were doing the best were high of day breakout, flat top breakout, break of a whole or $half. You scalped in 3 minutes. What did you scalp, Recycle, with Chad? What did you scalp? TGHL, is that what you scalped? Nice. Yeah, I missed this breakout, but it might keep running up. Okay, great. Yay. I don't know. I'm a little reluctant to get in on it because it kind of broke over this level and then it backed down, and now it's not really clear to me exactly where the breakout is. It might keep running up, but it doesn't feel super clear to me. Again, I'm not a genius, but I look for things that are kind of obvious to me. OPTU. Well, I'm glad that I got out when I did, because it's kind of choppy. ANY is back down below this level of support. So let's see what happens with that. Now, I don't have VWAP on my charts right now. Oh, you've traded crypto. Okay, I have traded crypto, but not day traded, more like swing trading crypto. That's what I've done with crypto. Stocks are way easier. Well, isn't that interesting that if you come from something really difficult, then stocks feel easier? That's good to know. Yeah, I only traded Bitcoin though. I did at one point get into other crypto, but I pretty much, experimented a little bit, but okay. Oh, okay. So you got a scalp on ANY. Nice. Nice, HG. Okay. Oh, interesting. You use the 5 EMA. Interesting. Oh, it did keep going up, guys. It kept going up. So now I'm going to say this is the new level of support. Oh, it's going up. I scalped a little trade on that. If it breaks 2, I might get back in, but we'll see. I don't know. I feel like 2 is going to be resistance. So You use the 20 and the 200? I did use the 20 and the 200 at one point. I had a lot of indicators on my chart. Let's see. It broke 2, but it popped up. So this is, what stock is this? TGHL. TGHL, and that was like a breakout entries, would have been calling those when I just hop in on momentum. Many firms use 5 EMA for tighter exits. Got it. Okay. I used to use the 9 EMA, the 20 EMA, and the 200 simple moving average. But I've watched YouTubers that say, oh, you don't need the exponential moving average. The simple is fine. There's not much of a difference. I don't know how true that is, but that happens. You know, you see big sellers and then they just pop on and off, which is why, like, I watch the level 2, but I don't. It's the future, right? It could change. Like, these sellers pop on and pop off. Oh, this could be breaking out again. But I'm looking at the volume and I'm $14, $16, $17. Okay. Just scalping little trades here. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Stay in the 5 to 11 EMA gutter. The trend will remain persistent. That's interesting. Yeah, I probably got out too early, but oh my goodness. What? I wonder if 3 is going to be resistance. Let's see. It's breaking right, it broke right through 3. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh no. Well, sometimes we all miss the moves sometimes, right? 20 is acting as support on OPTU. So I took all the indicators off my charts intentionally. Not because I'm a moron, which I could be a moron also. But because I was watching the indicators more than the actual price action and tape and level 2, and I really wanted to force myself to get good at that. I'm sure I will put indicators back on my charts at some point, but I'm just trying to really focus on the fundamentals before I add the indicators, because the indicators are lagging, right? But that's interesting about the 5 EMA and 11 EMA gutter. That's very interesting. You know, some people swear by the 20 EMA and they like, I will have it on every chart. And some people swear by the 9 EMA. I actually liked the 9 EMA and the in VWAP. And I had the 200 simple moving average. So it kind of tapped right over 3 and then pulled back. I was like, I wonder if it's going to break 3. Well, I'm going to be honest. I don't want to do anything stupid today and risk I'm having a green day. And when the algos run by programs, you will often see the candles close above the 5 EMA. That's interesting. Okay, so that is really interesting. I'm going to say something that is coming from a very uneducated perspective because I'm not consistently profitable. But I do think that like a lot of the basic indicators that everybody looks at, like exponential moving average, simple moving average, VWAP, MACD, like RSI, all of these indicators, I feel like all of them work for the right person, because like if you get to really understand that indicator and really know it and really dial in on it, I feel like you're going to do well with it, right? You're going to start to see everything relative to that indicator. That's an uneducated perspective. Maybe I'll have a completely different, opinion in 6 months. But I feel like if you get really good at 1 or 2 indicators, then you're going to say, well, these are the ones that work. Of course they work for you, right? But I love hearing what you guys do, because I never even heard that before. The 5 EMA and 11 EMA gutter. Honestly, never heard that. So this is awesome. And I love when you guys share this stuff in the chat, because then everybody's learning, right? See, recycle a chat is like, so set these up, like, then we can all try new things. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna tag these trades. I'm gonna take a break. Also, tagging my trades kind of gives me a chance to sort of like take a little breather sometimes. So I'm going to tag my trades so we can see where I'm at. I'm so excited that I'm green. This is awesome. On a Monday, I have to get this, like, I felt like I had a curse on me on Mondays. So let's see. All right, so I'm going to tag these 2. I'm going to call the first one, I call that breakout. Calling that a breakout entry, meaning that I saw momentum and I'm getting in on the momentum. And then, but I didn't really get in at a specific like breakover resistance. And then the second time I got in, I'm calling that momentum re-entry. So actually I should call this a momentum entry. It's not really a breakout entry. I'm going to call this a momentum entry. It's like I saw some momentum and I tried to jump in and get in on it. Whoops. And I'm obsessive about tagging my trades now because I had the 2 months of data that I had really helped me see what I was doing poorly at and well at. Ooh, nice. Look at this. We're learning from each other. I love that. I really love that. I've got it written down and I'm probably going to try it later. This is when I'm starting to learn back testing and use the on-demand feature on Thinkorswim. I love that you guys are learning from each other. I just love that. I love when people build connections like that. MTEK moving. Okay, so let's check that out. So I'm green on the day, guys. $38. That's a win for me. I had a rough 2 months, so I'm not going to screw this up. All right, MTEK. If I see something good, I'll take it, but I'm not jumping in on anything stupid. I want to walk away green today since I'm green already. Ooh, this looks good. Okay, so hard to borrow. 9 million shares outstanding. Low relative volume. There's news though. Maris Tech expands into space market with AI edge computing platform for real-time satellite video and onboard processing. I think with the SpaceX IPO, the space stuff is really going to heat up. Everyone wants to get in on that action. So I'm going to leave TGHL on here because I think that it might pop up again. OPTU, I'm going to take that off. I see it. ANY, that broke below that level of support, so I'm not going to get on that. Oh, SPCE, guys, it is. And look at this. See, this is where the trend line thing is really helpful. This here, this is where I'm really starting to dial in on the trend lines. We've got it tapped just under 8. Let's see, right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if it broke over 8. FLNC. I'm going to take this off because I'm not going to trade that, but that was an interesting and exciting ride. The float's high. Whoops. The float's high? High float. Let's see. Oh, right. The float on, yeah. Are you getting in on this, Lee? Oh, man. It made a round trip. Ugh. I'm curious. Let's see. Oh, wow. I must have traded this before. Interesting. SPCE going for the breakout. I think this is going to break 8. TGHL bouncing off of support. ANY not really doing anything. I just scalped a little one. I don't know. I saw it hesitating and I got nervous. I got nervous. I saw it hesitate and I got nervous. Wow. Did anyone get in on this? That break over 8 is awesome. I just scalped a little, like 3 cents a share. $8.09. I don't know. I'm too nervous. I just scalped a little trade. Okay. I don't know why I'm so nervous now. Maybe because I'm green. I don't want to go red. In at 750. Classic ending diagonal. This, right? Is that what you're talking about? That's called a classic ending diagonal. I'm going to write that down. Okay, so I did, starting to lose track of what I did here. All right, so I had 2 TGHL, and then I had SPCE. Okay, the first one, that was a break over the whole dollar. And the second one was like a momentum re-entry. Momo re-entry. Wow. Thank you. I'm scalping today, but I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. Like, seriously, I've had a rough couple of months. If I'm green, I'm okay with just scalping a bunch of trades. I'm okay with that. What I'm happy about is that I looked for the break over the whole dollar. That's what I'm really happy. Oh my goodness, it's continuing to go up, guys. There's a big seller on the ask, though, at 18,000 shares. 18,000 on the ask. Oh, 825 could be a point of resistance. 825 could be a void. Yes, ending diagonal, you pop in 3 waves, pull back in 3 waves, then go higher in 3 waves. That rule of 3 thing, right? There's a great article on Substack by someone named Ardea Trading, and all about how things in trading come in 3s. I posted it the other day on my chat. I was like, this is a great article. It's so true, right? So, okay, so 825, I think, was pretty much that, point where it just kind of, oh, wait a minute. Is it gaining new life? Is it going to break through 825? I don't want to jump in just to jump in. All right, so to calm myself down so I don't get emotional, I will transfer my trades to TradesViz. This is how I give myself a little break sometimes when so I'll import. That way I can tag things as I go. But I put them in my notebook just in case I forget. The most important thing that I'm trying to track is the setup. Because since I just changed my strategy, I really, really want to see which setups are working for me now. All right, so the first one was a break I'm going to say break over whole $0.50. And the second one was me re-entering because I wanted to still capture more of the move. So I'm going to call that a momentum re-entry. All right, so I've taken 6 trades so far, and I am at $44.20. I don't want to jinx myself, guys, but I'm going to say that eliminating, these are the same setups I was doing before, but I'm just focusing on those setups. So before I was focusing a lot on bull flag pullbacks and micro pullbacks, and I was having very mixed results with it. Now I've eliminated those setups. I haven't even looked at my new setup. I had a couple of setups that I put in my Substack article this morning. I'll tell you what I was going to look for. Maybe not trade, but well, at the market open, opening range high, breakout, break of pre-market high, which I have already been trading pretty much, and break of the previous day high, and then 2 setups that I would have to put indicators back on my chart for, which is VWAP reclaim and break over the 200 EMA, or simple moving average, or SMA. So that's some of the stuff that I was kind of looking at working this week. All right, so now if I were going to get in, and again, I really don't want to go too high in price, but if I were going to get in, I would look for a break over 826. So let's see. Let's go through the list. MTech, that made a round trip. TGHL, it's just kind of bouncing off of support, but maybe it'll come back. ANY, it broke below this level of support, and now that level of support has become resistance again. So I'm probably not going to be trading that. So I'm going to take ANY off. TGHL, I think this could maybe bounce back up to high of day. SPCE, though, you're the fancy stock of the day. The third wave of the ending diagonal is usually 1.27 extension of the first wave that happened in space. Interesting. Okay. Okay. And this wave thing. Okay. Third wave. I'm honest to God, I'm learning so much from you guys. Good morning, Aligos. For those of you, Aligos, oh, thank you. I just saw your comment, barbecue burrito. Just saw your comment. Thank you. Thank you very much. It took me a while to figure out what works for me. I've tried different things with my setup, but I finally felt like this is what helped me see things the most. And I simplified it a lot. I used to have the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and the daily chart all visible, but it was just too much going on, too distracting. If I really want to look at the other charts, I can just click here and look at the daily and click here and look at the 5 minute. So that's what I do. I would prefer to do it that way. At first I had everything up all the time. It was like too much going on. Everything was too small. So yeah, good morning, Aligos. So for those of you who do pop in regularly, I am green. I have had 6 green trades. And honestly, all I'm doing is I eliminated the setups that weren't working, and I'm focusing on the setups that have been working. I'm sure I'll have a red trade at some point today, but like I really don't want to give all my profit back. So I'm going to be pretty careful. That's a good question. What time frame? Okay. Yeah, thanks, Aligos. You know, you've been here like every day suffering with me. For those of you who have been suffering with me lately, you know that I've been going through a really rough patch. But this is good because I think I'll be taking less trades overall. But hey, you know, I'd rather take like 2 green trades, you know, than 12 trades and be red on the day. Only green. Yes, only green. But if I look at this is crazy. So I changed my strategy. I'll show you guys. I changed my strategy last Wednesday. So I'm going to I have to pick a specific date. Wait a minute. How do I do that? Custom range. So last Wednesday is when I made the decision to change my strategy. And in the aftermarket, I traded ATPC. All the trades were green. I just traded momentum up. I just didn't trade the pullbacks. I just traded the breakouts. And then on Thursday, I focused on the setups that I do best at. And between my live stream and aftermarket, I was all green. And again, I realized that some of these are scalping trades, right? Friday was a rough day. I was red because I took one bad trade. I had one bad trade. And I put my stop at the wrong place and I just screwed up. So today, I'm letting go of the pullback setups. I am scalping some trades, but like honestly, I'm completely thrilled with this. Completely thrilled. All right, DFNS. Let's take a look. Whoops. DFNS. All right, DFNS. This doesn't have enough volume for me. It doesn't have even 500,000 in volume, and you can see that it's just choppy and gapping everywhere. The float's a little high for me. It is hard to borrow. It has news, but the news is just to participate in a conference. But look at that. It's popping up. It's popping up. So this could throw its hat in the ring, right? SPCE 1 minute time frame. Let's see. Oh, that's what you're saying, the waves, right? So when you say 3 waves, do you mean like this is a wave, and this is a wave, all off of this level of support? All right, 9 a.m. I wonder if there'll be any news popping up. I mean, we're a half hour to the open. We could have news. So guys, I'm not a genius. I'm definitely really, really new at this whole thing, but please track your trades because that is what helped me let go of the one that was doing the most damage. ELAB. ELAB. Let's look at that. I think I've traded this before, but it has very low relative volume. Let's see. They're acquiring another company. That news can go either way, but I don't put like a lot of stock in the news anymore. I like to see news because then it explains why the stock's going up. But I've been like so confused about the news lately. Sometimes there's a stock going up on no news. Sometimes there's great news and it doesn't do anything. And I watch Ross Cameron's recap every single day. I've been literally watching his recap every single day for a year. And if I have to miss a day, I catch up on the weekends. I'm such a fangirl. And he did say recently in one of his videos that, stocks are popping up without news. And it's so, there's no rhyme or reason to it. So I felt less crazy when he said that. First wave in SPCE started at 5:40, ended at 7:04 a.m. 5:40 right here, ended at 7. Okay, so this is the first wave here. Okay, so I should probably put the trend line, change the trend line, right? So here, like that. Okay. So this is the first wave here. And then is this the second wave? And is this the third wave? So now it is breaking down below. I thought it might pop back up, but I guess not. So I would, again, I'm not using the same indicators you guys are using. The third wave started at 7:40 and ended at 8:24. So the third wave started at 7:40. So that would be here. Okay, so this was the second wave and ended at 8:04. So this is the third wave. Okay. Okay. We're in wave 4 now. Got it. Okay, I have never heard of that, and I am so intrigued. But now, again, my uneducated eye, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing it break this level here. And I realize that, of course, drawing a level of support is completely not arbitrary. It's not arbitrary. It's subjective. And the fact that it broke this level makes me think it might be on the back side. So ELAB, that is, I don't know, not really much going on there. Okay, so DFNS, that's not enough volume, total volume for me. TGHL, look at that. It's just kind of trending sideways. So that's why 825 was the target. Wait, the third wave is 1.27 extension of the first. Third wave is 1.27, 703. $788. I got to do some math here, guys. 788. Oh, okay. What's the fib? What's the fib? Look at space on the daily. Wow. It's crawling up. Well, the good thing about this is if you got stuck in it too high, it'll probably go up tomorrow. The fib tool, I haven't used that before. The Fibonacci, is that the Fibonacci tool? The Fibonacci tool. Okay, that's so I actually haven't used that before. All right. Like you guys are I remember learning about it like last year, but I didn't actually learn how to use it yet. Every time I live stream, I feel like I get so much homework. I get so much homework from you guys. It's like, check this out, check that out. Like, I just learned so much today. Golden zone. Okay. So as we're going along, I read everything in my bullet journal. That way I can go back later if I, especially like this week, where this week is chaos. I have to work tonight. I have to pack for my trip tomorrow. I'm going to be flying. So I always have my notebook so that if I can't get to something right away, I can at least look at it on the weekend or when I get back from my trip or if I have downtime on the plane. So That way I can go back through my notes and look at different things that you guys have mentioned and go through them. So TGHL. Oh, this is interesting. I wouldn't short this because I don't short stocks. I'm terrified to short stocks. But this looks like an opportunity for potential short. I run a tight ship. Respect what you're doing. Thank you. Thank you, Recycle with Chad. Yes, I've looked at it before. So if I go into drawings here, so it's I thought it was it's not a study. It's choose. Let's see, drawing set, save and create drawing set, remove drawings, drawing tools, Gantt, cycle, Fibonacci spiral, Fibonacci arcs, Fibonacci time ratios, extensions, regression line, Fibonacci retracements. That's the one that I heard about last year, Fibonacci retracements, time series, time extensions, fans, Andrew's pitchfork. What the Andrew's pitchfork? The names are hilarious. All right. So which one do you use? There's like 5 of them. The fib tool is the one that lies to you. Use Fibonacci. Yes, the Fibonacci retracements. Okay. So I see, and then you can apply it. Whoops. Drawing tools. So, there we go. All right. So wait, let me go back to space. Here we go. No, whoops. Okay, so I have no idea what this means, but now I know how to use it. Thank you. And I know where to find it. All right, so retracement. That's something I'll have to explore, you know, when I have downtime, but thank you. See, these are the kinds of things I'm learning from you guys. MASK is moving. Okay, thanks, Aligos. I've traded this before. Relative volume is 2.5 times the 50-day average right now. So it did break 5. Look at that. It did break 5. So I'm going to say that this is the top. Whoops. Let me go back to my drawing tool. I'm going to say that this is the top of the last move and this is high of day. So if it holds, if it doesn't go below the top of the last move, because I like to see that the highs are higher, but the lows are higher too. Yeah, this is a classic pullback. Definitely. Right here, this is a classic bull flag pullback, and it might even be pulling back on the 5-minute. But I don't trade these anymore because I was ending up with too many false breakouts. And again, I know this is a classic setup and a lot of people do really well on it, but my accuracy over 105 bull flag pullbacks was only 53%. And I was way in the hole, like $2,000 in the hole. It was crazy. So I was like, I'm not going to trade those anymore. But if it breaks high of day, I may consider getting in. Anchor the bottom of this at the start of wave 1. Anchor the 100% mark at the stop of wave 1. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm trying to write this while also watching MASK and top of wave 1. And then look for 1.27 I'm trying to write this down so that I can look at it later. Thank you, Stargazer. So this is what I would trade before this breakout, but I was really struggling with it, honestly. And bring it down to the last red. Use your fib on the top and bring it down to the last red. I had heard about Fibonacci retracements. I'm like, who's using this? So this is a flat top breakout, but also a break of $6, right? So I'm going to wait to see if it really pops up with volume. This candle's almost over. I don't know. See, the volume's pulling back, even though it broke out, but the volume's going back. So I actually think that it's a break over the whole dollar here. I'm going to put my resistance here. I'm going to say that $6 is the level of resistance. But the volume's pulling back. I get a screenshot all this discussion because this is great. See the entry golden zone, first TP and second TP are trailing stops. Wow. I'm still learning to identify patterns. That's why I took everything off my charts, because I was not watching the chart. I was looking at the indicators too much. But I'm really intrigued by this whole idea of waves, and that is very helpful. Very, very helpful. Thank you so much, guys. So the reason I didn't get in when this broke out over 6 is because the volume went down. I'm waiting for it to break over 6 with volume. But Eligos, you're doing great even without identifying patterns. And you know, I was watching the Trading Geek or the Geek Trader. I'm not sure which his name is. I watched a ton of his videos this weekend, and he said that he made a ton of money without even memorizing one chart pattern. He's looking at levels of resistance and support. And I was like, I think that's kind of where I'm headed. Looking at more, you know, right now, all my setups are breaks over a point of resistance. So if this breaks over, but see how volume's pulling back, right? And it's kind of feathering off 6, but I think it's going to break 6 possibly. But I want to see confirmation with volume. I'm like looking at the level 2. I don't see any massive sellers on the level 2. See buyer on the level 2. Interesting. Golden zone, first TP or second. I have to. I'm trying to keep these notes going while I'm watching the stock. I don't know. See, this is why I put my volume bars back on, because it really helps confirm what's going on, right? The volume's pulling back while the price is pulling back. Oh, wow. Okay. So that's interesting. So that's basically your strategy. When it crosses the 20 and 200 buy, short the same opposite. 9 out of 10. Recycle with Chad. If it is working for you, do not fix what is not broken. That is awesome. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like since I let go of the trades that weren't working for me, that's why I'm saying you got to track your trades, guys. You got to track your trades. If you're brand new, please track your trades. Because, yeah, so this doesn't look great to me. A big red candle. Because the only way I figured out what wasn't working, and it was honestly, if I hadn't been tracking it, I probably wouldn't have let go of the bull flag pullback, because I was convinced that with given enough time, I think a year's enough time. You know, I should be at least seeing more. And it's like, even if it's an easy setup, if I can't get it, then it's not going to work. So I watched one of his videos, Oliver Velez, and that's why I just did a video over the weekend about, he showed a strategy about doing the 25% retracement on the other side. And I had already decided not to do bull flag pullbacks, right, anymore. But he really helped me understand that the upside and the downside are basically mirror images of each other, right? So if you're somebody that can short stocks, which I'm terrified to short stocks, but if you're somebody that can short stocks, I feel like he's the first one that kind of made me understand that they're mirror images, you know? And I was like, oh, and so Bull 180, Bull 180, is that the ticker? LAB. So yeah, Oliver Velez, I watched his video, and that I did a video on this, and I released it this weekend because I realized, I'm like, oh my God, I know it sounds so obvious now. It feels so stupid when I discover these really obvious things, but I was like, oh, when the stock's moving down, it's the same market action, especially if it's an easy to borrow stock, right? Oh, okay, okay. Okay, I'm writing that down. Yeah, so I'm, again, not every strategy is going to work for every person, but, and honestly, I'm not doing the pullbacks anymore because I just can't get the timing on them. I don't know what it is. I don't know what a bull 180 is, so I'm definitely going to check that out. But yeah, he helped me understand that it's the mirror image, and but the Trading Geek, a lot of his stuff makes a lot of sense to me, like the way he explains it. And of course, I love Ross Cameron. I mean, Ross Cameron just has undeniable results. Like, you can't argue with his results, right? So, all right, MASK. This is what I'm finding so interesting since I started looking more at the chart as opposed to indicators. I set this level here. Okay, maybe this could have been the level of support, right? Somewhere around here. And look, it pops up, taps this level, and now it's heading back up. It's crazy how I didn't see that before. Liquidity trader. Okay, and Riley Coleman. The one thing I really have taken away from, like, you guys have suggested so many cool YouTubers to me. And the one thing I've really taken away from it is that there's more than one path to the top of the mountain, because some of these traders they're all successful, but they're all using a different strategy. They're all looking at the same stock. They're all looking at the same charts that we are. So eventually we'll find our strategy too, you know? And when I looked at my data on the bull flag pullback, it was embarrassing. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to admit this to my live stream. It's so horrible. But you guys are keeping me accountable. So, all right. So now it's bouncing off that level of support. I wonder if it's going to try to go for a break of 6. But okay, the price is going up, but the volume's not really driving up high. So again, not being a genius, I'm going to guess that it might not drive all the way back up to 6 unless this volume kicks in. Oh, now, okay, it's climbing a little bit. But if it were going to drive all the way up and through 6, I would probably want to see more volume here, right? I'm too scared to short stocks, but I like the idea that you can trade the upside of the move and the backside of the move. I mean, that is awesome, because once you get a strategy, and again, kind of like I'm, stating the obvious, but like, I feel like once you have a strategy, you're just going to do the mirror image on the downside, right? Riley Coleman, he has videos on him. Another guy stole strategy and stole it for 10 times as much. I used to watch him. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, Christoph. I don't want to get involved in the trading community politics. I don't know. I'm a very politically neutral person, even when it comes to trading politics. But thank you for putting that out there. But on some level, and I'm not saying whatever he did or didn't do, I'm not commenting on that. But I mean, I don't think any of us are reinventing the wheel here, right? Because when I go back and look at, like, I'm still reading Studies in Tape Reading. I'm hoping to finish that on the plane tomorrow. Trading hasn't really changed. No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. But when I'm on the, when I look at, reading Studies in Tape Reading by Richard Wyckoff, it's like the principles are pretty much the same. Like, maybe the tools are different or the way to look at it are different, But I was trying to explain trading to my kids are adults. Oh, no. Oh, that's not cool. Okay, well, that's not cool. I was trying to explain to my kid, like, what trading is. I'm like, well, you buy stuff and then you sell it, and you try to buy it at one price and sell it at a better price. And, she was like, oh. Well, I used to force financial education on them when they were little because, of course, all my professional experience has been in finance and accounting. And, but that is way out of my price range, guys. I mean, I would trade something like this, but 10 shares, because I don't want to really risk a lot of money. However, this has low volume, low total volume. It's under 500,000. I don't see news either. So would you trade this, Stargazer? Oh, thank you. Yeah, we used to have fun finance Fridays when they were little. They hated it. We would go grocery shopping when I got out of work on Friday and get like snacks like chips and nachos and salsa or, you know, whatever, like cookies or something fun. And then I'd be like, all right, guys, we have to do Fun Finance Fridays so we can have our treat. They were like, oh my God, Mom, this is so lame. I was like trying to explain, you know, the basics. Oh, okay. Oh, USO. Okay. Got it. Oh, I haven't done options yet. I really, to be honest, that's still really foreign to me. I have not done options yet. Okay, so DFNS, and we're almost to the market open, guys. So I wouldn't trade anything now anyway. I would stay out of everything, but just kind of taking a look, you know, again, with my rudimentary trend line experience, SPCE is really taking a nosedive. MASK is trading in that channel. How crazy is that? I wish I had figured this out sooner. TGHL, again, kind of bouncing off support. So we'll see what happens when the market, HUBC, 1.3 million in volume. That's a lot of volume. Let's see. Look at this. The relative volume is 30 times the 50-day average. So it broke over this level of resistance. I'm curious what's going to happen. Whoops. I'm curious what's going to happen when, why is it? I want to get rid of this. Move drawing. Okay. All right, guys, the market's going to open any second. Good luck, everybody. I'm going to take a look at the scanners, see what's going on. Things will start probably popping up any second. Percent change gainers. Should have got more tea, but that's okay. I'll suffer through. Suffer through. All right, guys, good luck. All right. Let's see. Interesting. Oh, CRE. So I'm not going to trade anything probably right away, but I like to take a look and see what's going on. MASK going for high of day. So this would be a break of pre-market high if I trade this, right? Oh. I got in and got out. It was hesitating and I was worried it was going to halt, which it did. Wow. Okay. I was worried it was going to halt because it hesitated. Can I just pat myself on the back? Because I have been trying to work on exit indicators for weeks. And I finally made an exit based on an indicator. I said, this is hesitating. I don't like this. All right, so I did a break out trade and it halted. I got out though. I got out. RCAX. RCAX. So the halt, I'm going to look back in 5 minutes and see what's going on with MASK. RCAX, this is a little high for me, but wow, low float. 1 million. Oh, is this the first day of this? Is this an ETF? No. Why is there no news? Okay, I don't understand that. Ooh, good luck, Recycle with Chad. I got like MASK 3 cents a share. Oops, sorry. I didn't get stuck in the halt though. So, which is good. I really hate halts. This is one of the things that I don't like about trading during the market open is halts. But I got to make sure I write down price hesitation because that is something that really saved my butt so I didn't get stuck in the halt. I don't like getting stuck in halts at all. So that halted at 9:31 and 39 seconds. All right. So TGHL, this halted going down. I'm going to take that off my list because I don't want to get involved in that. HUBC. I feel like I can't get a grip on what I'm seeing. I can't get a grip on that. MASK. I'm curious what's going to happen when this resumes. CRE. This is definitely still trending downward, so I'm going to take that off. SPCE. Oh, interesting. Now this level of support became resistance. That's really interesting. RCAX is a little pricey for me. I could be giving up a good opportunity, but this is a little pricey for me. So we're past 5 minutes. So this would be the opening range high, right? I want to see what happens with MASK though. I want to get my popcorn and watch. AXTX. Oh, $38. Too expensive for me. I'm just going to take that off so I don't get tempted by something that is going to put me into a situation I don't want. All right, MASK is moving. It's on the move. It dipped. Is it going to dip and rip? Glad I did not get back in on that. Oh my. Whew. Okay. I find the beginning of the regular market hours to be a little bit chaotic for me, but no, whoops, I didn't mean to duplicate that. Remove drawing. Yeah, I don't like that. I do not like that. HUBC. Who's in HUBC? Someone's in HUBC. Recycle with Chad. Let us know how it goes. No luck, just volume. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure I really get what's going on here with MASK at this point. It's funny, sometimes I can see things and sometimes I can't. I have to learn to stay out of it when I don't see it. It's a lot popping up. SPCE is still in the game. Oh, it's about to break $8, right? So I'm curious because this was the level of support for the run up, and now it looks like it's right under that level as resistance. I'm curious if it's going to break over this level. And go for high of day. I might, that's the kind of thing that I would look for a high of day breakout. Now green. Green is good. So MASK is at $6.03. Oh, okay. MASK is riding higher. Didn't catch my order. Okay. I just didn't like the big red candle. Oh, whew. Okay, I didn't like that big red candle, so and it halted again going up. Oh my God. Okay, that's maybe too much for me. All right, MASK. I got in on a momentum entry and I got out right before it halted. Whew. All right. SPCE. So you think if it breaks, yeah, 820, you think it's a buy? Yeah, I would wait till if it breaks high of day, I would be interested. But I probably wouldn't get in unless it broke high of pre-market. Broke the pre-market high. RCAX. I'm going to take that off my list. Thank you. I'm telling you, like, changing my strategy last week was like, I felt like it's more like how I traded last year, but I just didn't know what I was doing. I still obviously don't know what I'm doing, but I guess I was really clueless last year and I was having beginner's luck. But I was doing more trading like this, and it was just more intuitive, not really understanding what was going on behind the scenes or what would work for me or not work for me. But I'm glad I got out before the halt, because halts give me a stomach ache. I've made a lot of money in halts and lost way more. So I don't feel like it's worth it. So, and that's the second halt for MASK. And again, things come in threes, right? Listen, I'm like 10% Italian. I'll tell you, things come in threes. Okay. And in trading, that's so true, right? So there have been 2 halts. I don't want to get caught in a third halt that jackknifes down. So I will not trade that again. But if SPCE broke the pre-market high, I would get in. HUBC. Oh, I hope that you're doing well on this one. I hope that you're doing well on this one. Was it Recycle with Chad? Yep. Yeah, today's been green. For those of you who are new, you have no idea how bad it's been the last 2 months for me. It's been a bloodbath. So, all right. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I will hop on and trade other times in the day, but I stopped the live stream around 10 a.m. because I have other commitments. Especially today, I have to pack, have to get to the gym, then I have to work tonight at my other gym. So I have to get a lot of stuff done today. But yeah, today's been a good day. Trying not to get too over emotional about it, because I'm trying to stay level and not get too emotional either way. But I think it's okay to feel bad when you have a bad trading day, and I think it's okay to feel good when you have a good trading day. But just, keep it in perspective, like. But yeah, I think that letting go of my bad setups has been, because what I didn't realize until today is that I spent time looking for those other setups instead of looking for these setups. And I was splitting my attention. And now I understand why a lot of really experienced traders say do less, but the thing is, you don't know when you're new. You don't know which setups are going to be your good setups or not. Like I don't know, maybe this will all turn bad in a week and then I'll be like, all right, I got to find something else. But let's see. So MASK, I'm going to see if let's see, what's the resumption time? It's hard for me to see on this thing. Because Thinkorswim doesn't give you like the resumption time or the resumption price. So MASK is still going up, but I don't know. There's just too many big red candles. That makes me nervous. 2 halts. But I'll watch and see what happens. It might break high of day again, but I think it will. A lot of other people seem to think it will too. Look at this. Look at this. There's all of these people. They're either trying to unload previous shares or they think it's going to go up, one way or the other. I don't like this topping tail. I don't like that. SPCE hovering right under 8. HUBC going to the downside here. I would be, so I'm not seeing it even on the 5-minute chart. I do kind of see it. Run up, pull back, run up, pull back, run up, pull back. I kind of see it on the 5-minute chart, but on the 1-minute chart, it looks too choppy for me. And I don't have VWAP on my chart, but I don't know. I'm just making a guess that this would be potentially below VWAP or right above VWAP. Just if I had to guess. All right, so it's going to pop down. This is the opening range high, and it popped below that. So, ooh, IREN. Okay, let's look at that one. I probably wouldn't trade it because the price is high, but I know you only take 2 trades a day, Aligos, so, and you select your trades pretty carefully. So you got in for 62.04. Awesome. So you got in about here. And it's running up. So this is the top of the last move. This has a lot more volume than a lot more shares than I usually trade. I think I have traded this, but have I? Oh, way back here. I traded it in October. Okay, again, I don't have VWAP on my chart right now, but I'm wondering if this is a VWAP reclaim. So you got in at 46 right here. Okay, for this breakout. And your target is 64. Awesome. So 64 is this next window right here. That's a great target. This is pricey for me, but this is the kind of thing if I wanted to get in, I would do it like 10 shares or 1 share or something like that. If I want to trade something that's higher priced because I want to practice something, I'll do like 1 share or 10 shares. It's moving. It is moving. So yeah, if I do put, letting it breathe, not touching my, okay. If I do put an indicator back on my charts, I was thinking of putting VWAP on so I could work the VWAP reclaim breakout. That's a setup that I have traded before, the break of VWAP. And when I had VWAP on my charts, I've traded that before, and I was thinking that might be one to trade. Also, a break over 200 simple moving average. So I was thinking, maybe I should put VWAP back on so I can trade the VWAP reclaim. I think that's the right setup. If your stop loss hits, you'll be slightly green. That's awesome. That's awesome. Right, so you don't have to stress about it. That's great. That's awesome. So like regardless, you're basically at this point, if your stop loss, if you're green at your stop loss, Eligos, you're basically in a win-win situation. That's awesome. I'm kind of curious what MASK is doing. It's in a halt down. Ugh. Yuck. All right, well, I feel like I took a big risk getting in on it at all, honestly, but SPCE never really got up above this level. It's kind of consolidating sideways. HUBC, I hope you were able to either, you might still be in it, or I hope you were able to get out green, recycle with Chad. I probably won't get into anything else today. I have a few more minutes of the live stream, and I think I'll probably just take my green day and run, guys. This is like, today's been good to me. I think I would be really mad if I took a trade in the last 5 minutes of my live stream and went red. I would be like so mad. Hell hath, wait, what's that? Hell hath no fury like a woman who goes red in the last 5 minutes of her live stream. Yeah, that would really make me upset. You're holding still. Okay, okay. AAOG over 1168. AAOG. Let's see. Oh, it's like buffering right now. Let's see. This has a really low float. Oh, it's a leveraged ETF, right? Is that what this is? I'm kind of curious what's going on with some of the stuff. So this is what is at the top of the Thinkorswim watch list, but it has low relative volume. SBFM, TBH, HKIT. That's going right up, but it halted. HKIT. See, HKIT, but that halted going up. But wow, what a run up. Look at that. Look at this. From here, $1 a share. Even from here. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Thank you, Aligos. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not I would be so mad if I went red right now. I'd be like, really? Really? So yeah, I'm just gonna walk. I think I'm good. Guys, this has been an amazing chat today because we talked about the 5 EMA and 11 EMA gutter, classic ending diagonals, waves, first, second, and third wave, Fibonacci retracements, golden zones, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, unbelievable chat today. I love how you guys are helping each other out. That is absolutely my vision for this. Is I'm learning. I want you guys to learn from my mistakes and my successes, and I want you to learn from each other. That is 100% my goal here. Awesome chat. Thank you so much, guys. I will take a quick break. I'll do my recap. And tomorrow is a no trade day. I am traveling, but I have a video scheduled to come out at 7 a.m. tomorrow. And then I will be back on Wednesday from Las Vegas. I am hopefully live streaming on Wednesday morning. All right, guys. Have an awesome day. Bye. Trade smart.